This video is rated O for opinion. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sometimes in reality, some people desire an escape, possibly even leaving this world entirely. But what if that wish actually came true? What if you were transported into another world one day randomly? This occurred within Akatsuki's story, Konosuba, an anime in which an otaku randomly dies and gets transported into a magical world, and in Murasaki's story, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, where the top player of an MMO gets randomly transported into the game. I'm Phoebe the Weeb, and today we're going to figure out which anime is the greater isekai. I'm sure that most of us have at some time within our lives have invested hours of our lives into a game, but what if you had a moment where you were transported into that game? This occurred within Isekai Mao Toshukan Shoujo no Dorimajutsu, more commonly known as How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Within the anime, the character Takuma has invested basically his whole life into the game Cross Reverie, to the point where he has eventually become the top player in the game. Within this game, the top player is rewarded with the title of being the Demon Lord of the game. At some point down the line, he was summoned into the game through a summon ritual to become his Cross Reverie character, Diablo. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, his summoners became his slaves, thus were forced to remain by his side while he traveled throughout the world. Throughout the anime we see various challenges try to defeat him, but fail. The anime ends with Diablo defeating the Demon Lord in that Cross Reverie world, which solidified his spot as the true Demon Lord. For me personally, I really like the way they did the eyes of all the characters in the anime, but of course most people criticize the way the artist drew the ears for the elves. I don't mind this as it's more in line with the manga, thus keeping some consistency throughout the series. For a quick analysis of the characters, we have Diablo the insecure demon lord, Rim who is a Pantherian summoner, and Shira an elven archer. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord is supported by some amazing music. The anime's opening is decided by Summoners 2+ and is followed by the ending song Seiyaku no Hidemo Inada Gasuki, which are both songs which I would recommend. Imagine that one day you went out to go buy a new game, then bam, you just died trying to save someone. You guys know what I'm talking about, it's the anime Konosuba. Before I explain the story, it's important to know that for the sake of time, I'm only going to analyze the first season of Konosuba. Konosuba began with the protagonist, Kazuma, living the average life of an otaku. One fateful day, he believed that a truck was about to hit a girl, so he jumped in the way. Next thing he knew was that he was in the afterlife, where he met the goddess, Aqua. Aqua offered to send him to a new world to kill the demon lord, in which he could bring one item of his choice with him. In the end, he chose to bring Aqua with him on his quest. Throughout the series, we see Kazuma build up a guild and go on quests in order to try and live in his new and cruel world. The final episode of the season had Kazuma face a battle fortress which threatened his home. The animation style of Konosuba is far more cartoony compared to what How Not to Summon a Demon Lord offers. For a brief character analysis, we have Kazuma the otaku who is seeking to kill the Demon Lord, Megumin the explosion mage, Aqua the goddess summoned to this world, and Darkness the perverted knight. Konosuba is supported by the opening Fantastic Dreamer. I think that this opening is creative as it has a spot in the song where they state the episode title within the opening, so they don't have to waste show time by doing it later. Now that all the animes are analyzed, it's time to put them head to head to figure out which one is the best. Let's begin with each anime's art styles. As I mentioned before, I really love the eyes in How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. I also mentioned before that How Not to Summon a Demon Lord took sacrifices to be consistent with the manga, while Konosuba ended up looking far more cartoony when compared to its respective manga. I'm going to have to give this one to How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Next we may as well mention my opinions on the characters of each series. If we go by protagonists alone, I feel as if Diablo is a much more relatable character compared to Kazuma, as Diablo, being a shut-in and all, is extremely socially awkward and lacks confidence compared to how Kazuma acts with the members of his guild. But, there is one character which I believe stands out the most for both series. That character is Aqua. I find her a very well written character and I believe she is the best out of both series, thus the winner of this round is Konosuba. Since both animes are considered isekai, one factor in which I just can't ignore is the world building of both series, since these animes are supposed to feel magical as it's an anime not from this world. Konosuba's world basically just takes place in the starter village where they would occasionally go out into the plains to do quests. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord also mostly takes place within a village, but we also get to see them fight at a bridge, visit a mysterious tower, fight elves in the forest and travel the plains. One thing I like more about How Not to Summon a Demon Lord is that the town has more variety compared to Konosuba. In Konosuba we really only see humans, while How Not to Summon a Demon Lord has demons, Pantherians, elves, and many more. I'm giving How Not to Summon a Demon Lord the victory for this round. To continue on, let's discuss the plot of the animes. Honestly, I like the story of a guy living as his game character a lot more compared to a guy who gets transported to a new world after dying. But hey, that might be just me, since at some point in my life I was really invested into MMOs, so that might just be my past talking. Either way, I'm giving the victory of this round to How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. A very important thing to note is the public reception of each anime. The clear winner of this section is Konosuba, since it was ranked number 357 while How Not to Summon a Demon Lord was ranked number 3022. Now comes the section I wanted to bring up the most, but before I tell you, let's have a look at the scores. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord has 3 points and Konosuba has only 2 points. This could either make a tie or determine the game. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the music of each anime. Konosuba's music is good and the whole episode in the opening was creative, but words cannot express how much I love the soundtrack for How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Here's a little teaser to the ending theme of How Not to Summon a Demon Lord just to solidify my point. With the amazing opening and ending themes, it's not even a fair game. The victory for this round goes to How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. In conclusion, the winner of this competition is How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. My final scores for each anime are on screen right now. Although I appreciate both animes, I believe How Not to Summon a Demon Lord was far better than Konosuba, thus in my opinion is the better anime. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Stay tuned to see more animes put up against each other in the future. Who do you think should have won and what animes would you like to see face off? Drop it in the comments down below. Until next time, bye. 秘密秘密あのね秘密